up and hop out it. Rep where you from? Where you post to pop in your projects? Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat. Get deep, watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. It burst up the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Try, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Nick Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
50's a month.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. He's going to rifle one deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Fields. And that will be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed. And it got his man complete. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will take over.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Play action. Daniels sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down. Fields eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 50, check 50. 25, check 25, check 25. Hey.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go, let's do this. Shit.
They'll give it to Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. On the move to his left, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey, Echo.
Off the play fake. Daniels under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off play action. Daniels. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm here.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 85 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the bootleg. Daniels. He gets this one to Johnson. And out across midfield down to the 45. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Daniels. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On second down, Samuels. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey,
Pocket. 13. Check 13. Hey, Delta. Deep river.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Open man is Ross, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Daniels. Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Fields escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on 2nd down. Fields setting up the screen. This is Samuels. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead in the intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I got you, General West.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down. Fields flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Johnson.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check 55, Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Daniels And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this will be taken at the 13. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got a 1st down past the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check it backer, check it backer.
From the gun, Fields eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On third down, Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. He's going to let it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 81 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
A run for Nick Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
Up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.